A financial system trusted to protect integrity quietly expanded by processing money nobody wanted publicly acknowledged. This is where the story turns dark, because crime didn't threaten banks, it helped standardize them. The mystery isn't why laundering exists, but how institutions evolved to manage it efficiently. Before central banks, money moved through informal networks beyond state oversight or control. Smugglers, war profiteers, and traffickers needed stability more than secrecy alone. Banks provided that stability by transforming dirty flows into usable capital. Early banking centers thrived where enforcement was weak and transactions plentiful. Amsterdam, Venice, and London refined clearing mechanisms to absorb questionable funds. This single detail changes everything about modern financial legitimacy. Cleaning money required standardized ledgers, settlement rules, and trusted intermediaries. States noticed these systems worked better than force alone. Instead of shutting them down, governments quietly absorbed their infrastructure. Central banks emerged to formalize clearing, liquidity, and trust at scale. Illicit money tested systems under stress, improving resilience and adaptability. But this is where the story turns darker still. Wars accelerated laundering needs beyond private networks' capacity. Governments borrowed, seized, and recycled funds through centralized institutions. Emergency financing normalized exceptional practices permanently. Central banks inherited mechanisms designed for secrecy and speed. Transparency followed later, selectively and strategically. During global conflicts, neutrality masked massive cross-border money flows. Gold currencies and bonds moved through hubs tolerant of ambiguity. Central banks coordinated settlements that quietly included illicit origins. Post-war reconstruction relied on absorbing vast, undocumented capital pools. This part was quietly erased from official histories. Anti-laundering laws arrived only after systems matured and power consolidated. Regulation followed infrastructure, not the other way around. By then, central banks controlled clearing, reserves, and credibility. Illicit funds had already shaped operational design choices. Efficiency mattered more than origin once stability was prioritized. Modern compliance frameworks acknowledge laundering risks while preserving flow. Suspicious money is monitored, not rejected outright. Freezing assets became selective, political, and strategic. Central banks balance enforcement with systemic liquidity needs. This single shift defines modern monetary power. Shutting down flows threatens stability more than absorbing them carefully. Thus, laundering pressure reinforced centralization over time. Institutions grew indispensable by managing what others couldn't touch. Illicit capital helped stress test systems under extreme conditions. Survival favored adaptability over purity. Today's network reflects those origins subtly. Speed, opacity, and discretion remain core design features. Global settlement systems prioritize continuity above moral clarity. Trust rests on process, not provenance. But this is where the warning emerges clearly. Systems built to absorb anything risk legitimizing everything. Power concentrates where accountability diffuses. History shows infrastructure outlives its original justification. Central banking inherited tools forged under shadow conditions. Understanding that origin explains modern contradictions perfectly,